this video to talk about my new book that I just finished this week at the time of recording this video. It is a horror novel, my first one in a while, a full length horror book. Now, it's not technically a novel, it's a novella and barely a novella. It is called Talking Rain. The book is I'm not I'm not good at this, so I'm sorry for saying a lot. The book takes place during what in the universe the book takes place in is the largest storm to have ever happened in history. It is also like more than just a natural disaster. It's hard to explain, but it is centered around two characters. One of the characters shuffles, but there's at least two main characters throughout the entire story. And it's about them having to survive the storm and these creatures that come with it. But the creatures are not technically creatures, they're not creatures. It's sort of left ambiguous, and part of the reason I did it is I wanted them to be mysterious. And I don't mind if people do ask questions about it. The only downside is I'm not going to answer any questions about it. And this book is sort of special to me. It is the first book to kind of resolve my feelings about something specific ever since I wrote A Spirit Made of Memories. And I think this is quite possibly the shortest book I have written. I know it is the shortest book I have written that was not originally intended to be as short as it is. And I mean, I never intended for it to be like super duper long, but I thought it'd be longer than it was. It's around 85 pages, so it's not a short read, but not a long read. If you want a short read, I've written short story collections. I'm actually working on another one right now. But this story is about a hurricane that hits a town for 3 days straight. It's just pounding away at the town for 3 days. And the reason I wrote the book is I live in North Carolina and I started writing the book shortly after the hurricane that hit up here, and it was my first time experiencing a storm on that scale ever. And I've been through tornadoes, I've been through earthquakes, but never anything that changed the world around me like a hurricane. And so I started writing the book, and part of my worry was, am I going to do this in a way that people will understand was meant with a sense of respect? Am I going to do this in a way that gets my feelings about the whole situation across? and I didn't know fully how to go about it, so I put the book down. I quit working on it, and I started working on my book, Outbreak, and I finished it, and then I put this book down again, and I started, or I picked it up again after I finished Outbreak, and I was like, I need to finish this book. It's important for me to finish this book, and I don't think it's going to hit an audience the same way as Spirit Made of Memories did, with it being a smaller scale book and less action, and it's more waiting. It's waiting. There's a lot of waiting in the book, and there's a lot of fear in the book that isn't the same as the fear that's in most horror novels, where you have a creature that is right there in front of you, so you know what is going to kill you. You know what's there. And I'm not going to say this is the first book to do the whole thing of you don't know what the enemy is. You don't know what is going to come at you next. But it's my first time writing a book like that. So it's kind of, the book is also kind of experimental for my writing career. And I've got to finish some stuff for it. I've got to do some editing. And I mean, the pages might grow longer. I might add to it. I don't know. But the whole thing I was trying to get across when I wrote the book was the sense of scale for the singular person in a situation like that. And I mean, I might have not done it that well. It might not be that good. I don't know. But I don't really care because I don't write books to make money. I don't write books for the public in the sense of go out, buy my book, you'll absolutely love it. I write because I enjoy it and it helps me work through my feelings as a person. And I hope through my writing I can help somebody else work through the way they feel. I mean, I got a lot of feedback on A Spirit Made of Memories where people were like, this story was so relatable. I feel it in this part, this part, this part. I understand what this character is going through. Those are the people that I write my books for, and it's those people that I wrote for this book. And part of me is hoping that everybody will get the idea that I was going for. Because when that happened, I was so scared. I mean, me and my wife just had bought our house and had been moved in for like 3 months when it hit. Like we just had got our home, just had moved in, hadn't even finished unpacking, and that happened while I was at work. I mean, I had to leave my car at work because of the flooding and stuff like that. And uh, it being what it is, I mean, when it comes to exploring feelings about stuff like that, you don't need to write a long book. I know people are going to give me backlash about it being so short and how little detail there is, but I mean, you're not going to have detail when you go through something like that. The wind, the rain, it brings everything down to scale where anything you know is just what is around you. And I hope that when it comes out, you guys will buy it. I'll make another video when it comes to that. But I'm also going to be pairing it up with four other books. Two of them not written. One of the books that it's getting paired with in the series is A Spirit Made of Memories. And this series is supposed to be an anthology of five, 4 to 5 books that are not connected, but they all share a similar theme. And I'm doing it because I feel like it mostly, but because I think an anthology series can be good if all of the books are similar enough. And after I finish all of the books, I plan on putting all of them together into like a really big novel because I want to write a really big book, even if that really big book is made up of a bunch of different books. But that's all I've got on my new book. I'll make another video when the release date is set, and hopefully somewhere in this I put the uh, front cover of the book in the video.